And we do have some breaking news at this point. Our board has yet to update with the color, but we've just called Michigan for former Vice President Biden, who has a 70,000 vote advantage right now. This has really been a slow and steady move toward the former vice president, as mail-in votes in particular in greater Detroit, that being Wayne County, were counted through the evening. If you went to bed at 3, 4 in the morning, as I did, former Vice President Biden was down by about 200,000 votes. You woke up, he was within a few 10,000 votes or so, and now he has surpassed President Trump. President Trump is actually saying that he will sue the state of Michigan because he does not believe his observers, particularly in Wayne County, were allowed to legally watch the process. That one of several states that we are still watching, but that is a big one for former Vice President Biden. We'll get into that a little bit more, but for now, take a listen to the Michigan Secretary of State. She discussed a little bit earlier how the vote counting was going.
And we expect that the tabulation, the votes counting that are happening right now in all those jurisdictions, that we will have a significant, if not full, update by the end of today. That's our hope. A lot of things can still happen because, again, we're being methodical. And if we have to go in tomorrow, we will.
So our big board just updated while you were listening to that sound. You can see what it does to the electoral total. Former Vice President Biden at 264. And as a result of that, I want to highlight the state of Nevada, which is worth exactly the 6 electoral votes that former Vice President Biden would need to become President-elect Biden. He's up by about 8,000 votes here, running neck and neck. I was just looking at the local breakdown. Still a lot of votes to be counted in Biden-friendly areas, including Nevada and Reno, but we are not expecting many of those vote totals until tomorrow, and that's the case as we move all around this map, especially in places like Pennsylvania, where President Trump has a little bit less than the 300,000 vote lead. That's also been shrinking throughout the day, but Pennsylvania's been fairly transparent that we can't expect results there until, in all likelihood, Friday, perhaps early into the weekend. We're also waiting on North Carolina, about an 80,000 vote margin there. That hasn't moved much today. We're also looking at Georgia, about a 60,000 vote margin there. That's been shrinking as mail-in votes have been counted in the Atlanta area. But all of this is the reason that former Vice President Biden has so much confidence right now. If we go to our hypothetical map, and you just award him Michigan, which was just awarded to former Vice President Biden, and you give him Nevada, he reaches, and we forgot to give him Nebraska's 2nd district, which he won last night. That gives him the magic number of 270. That's why he's expressing so much confidence, as we heard from him about 2 hours ago.
Every vote must be counted. No one's going to take our democracy away from us. Not now, not ever. America's come too far. America's fought too many battles. America's endured too much to ever let that happen.
And what is President Trump doing in response to that? Well, we've pulled up his Twitter feed, and he's done something that frankly doesn't matter and doesn't actually affect the way votes are counted. He has claimed, his word, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the state of Georgia, the state of North Carolina, each of which have a big Trump lead. We can show you they're really not very big Trump leads. It is in Pennsylvania, but a lot of votes being counted. This is just an 80,000 vote lead, where a lot of votes still being counted in Georgia. It's been getting smaller and smaller by the second. This is about a 60,000 vote lead. So the claims overblown, and also claiming a state, that's just not how our American democracy works.